Okay, so today we're going to start dividing fractions. Now, I want to explain why this happens to you because I'm afraid that you guys aren't really seeing why we do this. The reason we change it to multiplication into the reciprocal, okay? So let's say I had 3/4 times 4, the whole number, right? What we would do then is change the number 4 to a fraction, 4/1, and then multiply. 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 1 is 4, and 12 divided by 4 is 3, so the answer is 3, right? Now, let's look at the division of this, okay? So, by taking 3/4 and dividing it by 1/4, because multiplying by 4 and dividing by 1/4 are the same thing, just like multiplying by 2 and dividing by half is the same thing, okay? What's 4 divided by 2? 2. What's 4 times a half? That means half of 4. Well, half of 4 is 2. Same thing. So this, I'm doing the same thing also. So 3/4 divided by 1/4, since it's the same as this, I can just write it this way. I can change how I write this, 3/4 divided by 4, and I can change it to writing it just like this, and I'll show you how. You take 3/4, change the division to multiplication, and write the multiplicative inverse, or the reciprocal of 1/4, which is 4/1. Now, doesn't this look the same as this? Yeah, they're exactly the same. And you're going to get the same answer. 12/4, 3. Same thing. So now let me just use whole numbers to show you because you're used to working with whole numbers. All right. So 6 divided by 3 is the same as 6 times 1/3. Okay? What's 6 divided by 3? 6 divided by 3 is 2. 6 times 1/3 is the same as saying 1/3 of 6. It's like saying I take 6, I break it into 3 equal parts, and how much is one of those then? Okay? So, for this one, put a 1 under the 6. You get 6/3. 6/3 is the same as 2. Same as this, right? Make this into fractions. 6/1 divided by 3/1. How do I do division? Write 6/1, change division to multiplication, and write 3/1 the multiplicative inverse, 1/3. 6 times 1 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, 6/3 is the same as 2. Same answer. So I just changed this division problem to a problem with fractions and a problem with multiplication and got the same answer every time I did it. Okay? So what I want you to write here is, I want you to write dividing fractions multiplied by its reciprocal. Dividing fractions multiplied by its reciprocal. Okay? So, you can write this problem down here. 1/5 divided by 3/4 is the same as 1/5 multiplied by the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. 1 times 4 and 5 times 3 is 4/15. So here's one example for us. Go ahead and write example 1. A, 3/4 divided by 3. If you change, I'm just going to put this in a little bubble for you. So you know what you should be thinking here. Change 3 over 1, 3 to 3 over 1, and now the multiplicative inverse of 3 over 1 is 1 over 3. So that's where this 1 over 3 came from here. Okay? I don't want you to ask me, do we have to write that? These are your notes. If you don't think you're going to remember where this 1 over 3 came from, then yes, you should write the little bubble that I drew. I'm going to ask you tomorrow, how did you do that? Where did you get that? You have to be able to explain it to me. So if you need to write the bubble to be able to explain it, then write the bubble. Okay? Now we multiply the fractions. 3 times 1 is 3. And 4 times 3 is 12. And 3 over 12. They did this by factoring, but you don't have to do it this way. So if you're used to just dividing both by 3, you can do it that way. That's fine. Okay? So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 12 divided by 3 is 4, so the answer is 1/4. Okay. What about when it looks like this? So example 2, dividing a mixed number. We have to change the 2 to 2 over 1. Don't forget to change 4.5 to a fraction. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9, so this is going to be 9 over 2. So this is the actual problem we're doing. 2 over 1 divided by 9 over 2. 2 over 1 divided by 9 over 2. I write 2 over 1. Change division to multiplication. The reciprocal of 9 over 2 is 2 over 9. And your answer, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 9 is 9. So 4/9. Guided practice. Write the problem. So we have 1/2. Change division to multiplication. Find the reciprocal of 5 over 6, and it's 6 over 5. Now I can cross cancel. 2 and 6 are both multiples of 2. That means I can divide them both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. 3/5 is the answer. 6 divided by 4/9. 6 over 1. Multiply the inverse, 9 over 4. I can cross cancel 4 and 6. 4 divided by 2, they're both multiples of 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27. 1 times 2 is 2. 27 over 2 could be your answer, or I can change it by dividing 2 into 27 and changing it to a mixed number. So the mixed number is 13. 1 is the remainder, so 1, and the denominator doesn't change, a half. So it's 13.5. 27 over 2 or 13.5. Multiply and add to change this to a fraction. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Over the denominator's 3 still. Change division to multiplication. Change 1/9 to the reciprocal of 9 over 1. 3 and 9 can be cross-canceled. They're both multiples of 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 10 times 3 is 30. 1 times 1 is 1. 30 is your answer. 30 over 1 is the same as 30. Four-fifths divided by 1.5. 4/5. I'm going to rewrite this problem first because I have to change this to a improper fraction. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3 over 2. Now I'm going to change it to multiplication. 4/5 multiply the reciprocal of 2 over 3. I can't cross cancel here or here, so I'm just going to multiply straight across. 2 times 4 is 8, 5 times 3 is 15, and that's your answer, 8/15. N over 3, change division to multiplication, change 3 over 2 to 2 over 3, and multiply straight across. 2 times n is 2n, 3 times 3 is 9. 2n over 9 is your answer. Change this first to a fraction. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 2. Change division to multiplication. Change 4 over x to x over 4. There's nothing I can do to cross cancel, so I'm just going to multiply straight across. 7 times x is 7x. 2 times 4 is 8. 7x over 8. Y divided by 3/10. Change y to a fraction. Y over 1. Change division to multiplication. Change 3 over 10 to 10 over 3. And multiply. Y times 10 is 10y. 1 times 3 is 3. That's your answer. And this is the last one. 7/8. Change division to multiplication. M. Now again, we're thinking about this. M over 1 is how I change it to a fraction. Now I need to find the reciprocal of m over 1. So instead it's 1 over m. Now I multiply straight across. 7 times 1 is 7. 8 times m is 8m. And that's it for today. You guys have a nice night, and I'll see you tomorrow.